talk about your process. How do you take the brief or the boards, whatever they give you? What is the material you send back? Because you're supposed to send boards back. Is that right?
No, so how it works is, so once I'm briefed, typically, again, like I would say most of the time, there are some unique situations where that's not the case, but like
Mhm.
most of the time, so once I'm briefed on a project, then I need to take that away and I need to write a treatment and pitch that treatment.
Mhm. Is that 1 page, 2 pages?
This is honestly almost never a page. Every now and then, like on certain projects that it's like a rush, you'll hear people say, "Oh, don't worry about writing the big treatment, just like write a page." And it's fine.
Don't do
And
that
that
though.
and, and
That's
that
the
never works out. Don't do
never.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, there are some directors who can do that, and I hear of that kind of thing happening. But that's the people like those are that's a very few and far between. Those are like the really they're the people that like they reach out and ask for specifically, typically, right? Like the the more
Okay.
celebrity director kind of people almost. But typically, you do need to write. And some directors who are super busy won't even write their own treatments. They'll hire other people to write the treatments, which is fine too, right? It's usually with their input. They just might not be the strongest at writing it. Look, all is fine, right? Like you got to do
Mhm.
what's best for you. Again, however you can best clearly convey your idea, do it, right?
Okay.
I like to write my own,
Mhm.
just because it's also a way for me to work out the spot in a way,
Mhm.
me actually writing it out. But I don't do the layouts myself. Like we hire, because I'm not the best at graphic design and things like that. So like we use people help me pull images and like do the layouts and stuff like that.
So the layouts are not storyboards, but more of a. Is it a mood board? We'll talk about the layouts a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
it would be like a mix between like a mood board and like a yeah, I guess it is essentially a mood board. Sorry, yeah. So it's like you have your images, you have your and then you have your text and you have
Mhm.
your images to be like visual examples of like what you're talking about, right? Like to either put you in
Ah.
that mood to like show that theme. So for example, if you're talking about like a cinematic style that's like pretty specific, you should have images to support that, right? Because like
Right.
you have to remember sometimes you're pitching to people who aren't like experts in the field of cinematography necessarily, or like certain styles, or they may have never heard of certain things, right? So like it's good to present things that are examples of what you're talking about.
Mhm.
So sometimes I'll put photos, sometimes I'll even put video as well. So like there's like I'll have like running video in the documents as well that like to really help set the mood.
Mhm.
And dude, anything you can do. Sometimes I'll storyboard stuff as well, like where it's just like I can't find any images to like really get across what I'm trying to do, and I'll draw something to do it, and that's the most clear way. Or sometimes I'll even go shoot stuff. Like if there's something I
Oh.
want to try, I'll just pick up either like a DSLR, my phone even, and go shoot and cut a couple things together just to give a sense of how certain things might work, right? It's basically you got to do whatever you can do to again clearly sell through your idea. That's what it's about. It's about a
Mhm.
getting people like excited about your idea, getting you on the same getting them on the same page and clearly conveying it. And that's really all you can do, because like literally everyone, like once you get to a certain point that you're like a rep director and you're pitching against other rep directors like anywhere in the world, like everyone's good. You know what I mean? Like it's not like anyone's bad. Like everyone's very good. There's tons of great directors out there.
Yeah.
So like all you can do is just put forth your best idea, and like you gotta hope like you it's simpatico to what they're going for.